To Best Incorporated Soldering Tip of the Month. My name is Norman Meir, and I'm a certified IPC Master Instructor for Soldering Skills. Today's tip is the installation and soldering of an SOIC14 gold wing leaded component using the point-to-point soldering technique. We'll be creating the solder joints in accordance with IPC A610 Class 1, 2, and 3 target conditions. I will be using a .015 eutectic no-clean solder along with an external 302 no-clean flux. The soldering tip I've chosen is a bent conical tip. It looks something like this. One of the first steps in processing is ensuring the proper orientation of the part to the land patterns on the PCB. On the PCB location, the notch in the silk screen and the first land of the notch will be pin 1. Then looking at the part, it will have one of the following indicators: a dimple, a line, a notch, or it could even have a number 1 right over in here to indicate this is pin 1. So match up pin 1 to pin 1 on pad and board. Now we are ready to tack the SOIC14 into place. Apply the flux using a small squeeze bottle and a needle to direct it directly to the pad areas, or you could also utilize a flux pin. Next is clean the tip of any residue against a moist sponge and ensure that you're working with a clean tip. With a pair of tweezers, hold the part in the center to hold it down. Then the first thing you want to do is to tack one corner, watch reflow, then come up and go to an opposite corner and do the same thing there. Then remove it. What I like to do is I like to gently push on it to make sure it's not going to move, and it is not. Next thing that you want to do is to actually solder it into place, and what we're going to do is the width of the foot is the all amount of solder that you need, and you notice I put it the length of the part. So now all I have to do is hit the pad, slide in to the foot, and if you notice you'll see solder going up back behind. Again, the width, pad in, slide it always in, hit foot, slide it in, see the solder go back, one right after the other, and you get nice little solder joints all the way down through. Orientate your board, turning it around, and now all we have to do is the last side, just like this. Pad in, pad in, pad into the foot each and every time. The width of the foot, in and out, in and out. Now that we've cleaned it, it should look something like this. And the final thing that you want to do is to inspect the quality of your work. If you notice, the light hits in the same spot all the way down on both sides. This tells you that you got equal amounts of solder on